Aaron Rodgers is officially a Steeler. Nick Chubb is officially a Houston Texan. That and much more is happening in the best ball streets right now. Let's get caught up.
It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks constipated. It's Short King Summer.
All right, GM, everyone. How are we doing on this very fine Tuesday, June 10th? If you're watching on replay, GM, GA, GN to you. If you're watching live, GM to Pepper Tony, GM to Clay, GM to Bailey. Had a fun time on the stream yesterday. I just spilled a little bit of Diet Coke on my shirt. Tough scene. GM. Psychedelic Curse, GM BSP, GM Baxter, GM Ty. We are having a nice time here. Plenty of contests for us in the lobby. I have 121 Best Ball Manias left to do. I have done my Greyhound. Schnauzer 2, I've got 17 left. I guess we're going to do... I did my Golden. Shout out. I should put a picture of Murphy, actually. Should be my my thumbnail. We're going to do some German Shepherds here today because this contest is about to fill. Yes. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. I've entered into some slows for the German Shepherd, and I think that's what we should do. We're just gonna vibe out on these, and then the rest of mine are gonna be slows there. So a 30-second German Shepherd. We are drafting out of pick 6. I got in that one pretty quickly. Although Shady is in this one, so there we go. Shout out to Shady Advice over from the Sidekick. Interesting. Ben Johnson is giving weird vibes. Get ready for buyer's remorse from Bear Nation this year. That is not the vibe that I'm getting. I did read some interesting stuff this morning from DJ Moore, where he was like, I don't know how much I'm going to get the ball this year, but maybe at the end it'll be okay. Bears 3X offseason champs. Well, famously, I did draft Joe Tooney and the other two, Drew Dahlman and the other offensive lineman, as the number one most impactful moves of the offseason. Which I think was correct. Honestly, I do. All right, here we go. We are off and running, man. The 30-second clocks, boys, they are back with a vengeance. No 20-second clock option for us in the German Shepherd. They just must not care very much. I'm just kidding. All right, so drafting out of the 6th slot, we are probably going to get Jahmyr Gibbs. I maybe should start taking Neighbors and Puka a little bit more because I have so much McCaffrey. Yes, possible dynasty, people are saying. Yeah, I am hearing that. Yeah, let's actually take Neighbors. Let's just do a little bit of weird stuff. I'm lighter on Neighbors than the other guys. DJ Moore was toxic all last offseason. It felt like he never bought in, but he was really good the year before, right? He was really good the year before. So I don't know if I buy that. It just feels like DJ Moore was kind of in an impossible situation. And he did let it get to him a little bit attitude-wise. I mean, did Roma Dunze start dogging it on his routes? Did Keenan Allen start dogging it on their routes? No, that's not true. I basically agree with this. I think that Eberflus was really bad at his job, and he was also bad at his job in such a way that makes it hard to evaluate the team, makes it hard to evaluate Caleb, makes it hard to evaluate Moore, makes it hard to evaluate Roman. because none of them were put in like a professional football atmosphere. And also, it was so evident that he was going to be fired, right? I mean, isn't that a key part of it? It was so evident from early on that he was a dead man walking because they fired the coordinators underneath him. Anytime you fire the coordinators underneath the head coach, and then the head coach like gets a new quarterback, it's a new situation. Oh my God, this dude just got Amon-Ra St. Brown and Ashton Genty. Ooh, this, and also Shady just got Jahmyr Gibbs at 9. Pretty great. Yes, Eberflus is a classic good method, which I agree with that. 100%. I agree with that. What an interesting first round, and I didn't get any interesting things to fall for me. Nico Henry, Freeze pulled up Jonathan Taylor, which I don't hate. I actually, in these contests, don't hate that. You know, that'll be such a unique combination in such a small final. The final to this is only 124. You could very conceivably be the only BTJ Jonathan Taylor team, you know, because the overall field size is so small. Let's do... Yeah, sure. You know what? No, let's take Lad. Lad Neighbors. That is a weird start. That's 2 second-round picks right there. Basically. Yes, I agree. I do want to see Caleb Williams do better in games where he's not down, you know, a ton of points. Although Caleb, just like raw numbers wise, not nearly as bad, you know, as you'd want to say. 62% completion, 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He was not that bad. Was he good? No, he wasn't. Caleb was definitely not good, but he did not play in such a way that I'm writing Caleb Williams off. Although, of course, I'm a smidgen biased, right? Although I really shouldn't be. Of all the people to be biased for Caleb Williams, I should not be one of them because he unceremoniously left the University of Oklahoma for the opposite of greener pastures. Yes, also another key point here from Hybrid Dad. More of a runner than you would think. Ran for 489 yards on 81 attempts. You know, did not do much of that. Didn't do much of that at USC. Interestingly enough, he did actually legitimately run at Oklahoma, which is sort of interesting. Exactly. Yes. Bench Rattler and just came in against Texas and just started punching dudes in the face. Yeah, the German Shepherd is going to be heavy a slow draft contest. Pepper Tony, you are correct about that. So we're gonna be able to do Wilson, Rice, or Marv. I mean, all honestly, guys I want to be significantly above weight on, and I like them significantly more than the guys who go right behind. Let's do, you know what? Let's do Garrett Wilson. Malik Neighbors, Lad McConkey, Garrett Wilson. All players who could conceivably go in the first round next year, I think. True or false, Lad McConkey could go in the first round of drafts next year? Because I think the answer is true. And so we've got Dart, Herbert, Fields live. Pretty strong chance we get a running back that we like coming around at pick 43, which is something that makes skipping over Kyron and Brees pretty doable. Not that I don't like Brees Hall. I mean, obviously, I actually do really like Brees Hall. But the drop-off at wide receiver from, like, let's call it Reek down to Worthy, Tet, Moore, I think is a pretty large gap. I really like Marvin Harrison Jr. One of the videos, you know, I've been doing the weekend videos on this channel. One of the videos this weekend is going to be a video about Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't know if I have the belief that the Cardinals can be like a hot offense. I kind of feel like Drew Petzig showed us his cards last year, and it's not a very impressive hand. But you know, we could get a good Kyler season. Anything is possible. Wow. My dude Foosball, he is against Jacob Sanderson and Pat Carrain in the wars. We are taking Jameson Williams at pick 38. We shouldn't have. Yeah. Thinking about the top drafted rookies next year. Showed us his cards. Why is that? Oh yeah, if Marvin Harrison Jr. really smashes, then McBride I think is fairly likely. Aren't you worried of all 32 NFL teams? Hold on, let me take. Oh man. You know what? Let's balance our range here a little bit. Let's take a James Cook. Sure. Let's balance our range a little bit. Aren't you worried of all 32 NFL teams? The Cards have the second highest number 2 pass catcher ADP. That seems nuts. No, I don't believe that at all, AW. And I'll tell you why. No offense is more concentrated than the Cardinals. Yeah. The 2025 Arizona Cardinals will have one of the most concentrated offenses in football. Like probably 62% of like something like 65% of their throws are going to go to 2 guys. I would not be surprised if they had 2 guys with a 30% target share. It's a fun way to find out you were streaming. Freeze, I like what you're cooking up over there. I like the I enjoyed the pulling up of Jonathan Taylor. T. Higgins not as high as you would think. Actually, oh yes, T. Higgins would be the is drafted ahead of McBride. Yes. The big worry for the Cardinals is their defense might be really good. Their top 2 pass rushers got injured preseason last year. They brought in some good free agents, and they went all defense in the draft. Okay, hold. Oh wow. Oh, I thought I almost got a Marion Hampton there. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna take Zay Flowers. No, I'm gonna take Pickens actually. Dang, sniped by 1 pick on a Marion Hampton in round 5. Would have appreciated that. I can't say that I am really buying in on this idea that the Arizona defense is going to be good. It's so hard to cook that up in one offseason. I mean, of course it's possible. I would never say it's not possible, but their defense was pretty poor last season. They allowed I got to pull up the efficiency metrics here. All right, yards per play. The Arizona Cardinals allowed 5.6 yards per play. They were scored on. Actually, they were pretty good points against. They were 379 points against. They had a hurry rate. Wow, so this is really low. 7.1% hurry rate. That is pretty bad. And expected points on defense, negative 85.5 expected points. Very hard to fix that in an off season. Jeremy, we are drafting a golden Shepard draft right now, trying to do this before these get banged away from the lobby because they're going to go by. In fact, the German Shepherd is going to be done today. So if you want in the German Shepherd, I would encourage you to be drafting them right now. Yeah, I mean, I think Gannon is a pretty good defensive coordinator. I would caution against just saying, well, this team really focused on defense, and so that means they're going to be a better defense. At what fill rate percentage would you stop fast drafting the German Shepherd and just slow draft? Frankly, the answer for me is I'm going to do it. I'm going to take David Montgomery. The answer for me is I'm going to, after this stream, enter all the remaining ones as a slow. So I think I have 7 entries left, and I'm just going to do them all as slows. Mr. D Mozone. By the way, Mr. D Mozone, are you still in to send me a Mac Miller bobblehead from the Pirates game? Mr. Demo Zone. If not, that's okay. But I need to make other arrangements if you are unable. I'm all in. That's what I like to hear. Who's ready for Ron to chew some bark and throw 35 touchdowns this year? I'll tell you what, man. I was disagreeing with the ship chasing guys a little bit earlier because I think Aaron Rodgers is still quite good. Now, do I think he's quite good in the sense that it outweighs the baggage that he brings to your organization? I don't. Because the big problem is that Aaron Rodgers cannot move anymore. He can't scramble. He can't avoid sacks. It's a big problem that really, really limits your offense based on what Aaron Rodgers has been before in his career. Because Aaron Rodgers, and some of you guys might not even remember peak Aaron Rodgers. I never have a great sense of how old everyone listening and watching to these shows is. But Aaron Rodgers, kind of one of his Houdini-esque skills back in the day was he was so good at sack avoidance, and he was also great at not throwing interceptions. Although, as Rotopat has noted before, the right interceptions, the right amount of interceptions is not 0. I am gonna let's do Jaden Reed. Actually, I'm starting to get some good vibes on Jaden Reed. I like Matthew Golden. Let's balance those bags a little bit. Maybe should have taken Pollard there. By the way, I don't know if this is just me, but PFF has just been brutally slow for me. The last 3 days. But I'm gonna pull up I want to see if there's any Rodgers time to throw stuff. Rodgers time to throw. Because my guess is his time to throw is amongst the lowest in the NFL. So Rodgers time to throw last season, 2.65 seconds. So actually about the same as Burrow. And did scramble, did get outside the pocket. Yep, I basically concur exactly with this. As a Jets fan, he was not the Jets' problem last year, not MVP, but not washed. Yeah, I mean, he's a fine stopgap. Liam thought Benny was 18. So I definitely don't think this is true anymore. I don't think Rodgers is that all in on football anymore. I think he just has such a great God-given ability to play the game that it almost doesn't matter. He is truly a great pick. Or a great pickup for yes. Really, you know what? Michael hits the nail on the head. This is the simplest way to say it. The dude can still spin it, right? He can still make some great throws. Let's hear. Where's the big time throw? Aaron Rodgers last season. You know what? I'm gonna take Igbuka. Igbuka in my next set of rankings that I do. I'll probably update them this afternoon on patreon.com/DavisMattic. He's going to be a riser for me. Exactly. Who doesn't remember Prime Rodgers scrambling around for 5 seconds, getting outside the numbers and throwing a touchdown to Jordy Nelson? Okay. Aaron Rodgers last season, 10th in the NFL in big-time throws. More big-time throws than Stafford, more than Mahomes, more than Hurts, more than Mayfield. I think that is pretty great. And super low turnover-worthy throws. I mean, this is kind of the Aaron Rodgers secret sauce. Super low. 39th in the NFL in turnover-worthy plays. So, is Aaron Rodgers good? I think if you use the qualifier good, Aaron Rodgers is definitely still good. Is Aaron Rodgers still great? I think I'd say no. I think if you asked me, is Aaron Rodgers still great? I would say he looks a lot more like, even compare 2022 Rodgers, right? 4.8% touchdown rate, 26 touchdown throws, 12 interceptions. His success rate as a passer went down. His yards per game went down. His QBR went down. All that stuff went down. I think he's much more 2022 Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I have become a Jaden Reed respecter. Maybe not. I'm not a lover. I actually greatly prefer Golden to him. Where did Golden go in this one? Did he go really early? Oh, he just went the pick before. I'm clearly team Golden amongst those two. All right. Do I need to take a running back, or do I just take? I guess I probably just take Fields here. Yeah, we'll just do Justin Fields with Garrett Wilson. Speaking of the New York Footballing Jets. All right, Golden is a short king. Well, welcome to the kingdom, Golden. I like the fact that Cincy and Baltimore are in Rodgers' division, pushing the score. That is nice, yeah. Yeah, I would not be doing 1% Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed feels like a decent chance to sort of be the guy you need, right? If we're thinking about guys in week 17 who can just put up crazy scores. I mean, I think you sort of have to include Jaden Reed in that bunch. But Justin Fields, I mean, in my mind, and I know this is crazy, but Justin Fields, if you told me Justin Fields if Justin Fields has 0% bench risk, don't you think he's just a better fantasy football option than Mahomes? I mean, I know that's crazy. Let's look up. All right, let's do a say the line, Bart. Let's go and look at the Mike Clay 2025 NFL projections. We have got Justin Fields for the New York Football Jets, 160 rush attempts for 821 yards. Not terrible, man. He's a really good fantasy quarterback. Jaden Reed dropped like 27 by halftime in week 17 2 years ago. That is true. Yes, yeah, the Packers stuff for week 17 is not great. I mean, that game could just be brutal, right? That Justin Fields 176-0-1. Yeah, and that's the thing, is you could just take those dudes together, right? You could just take Fields and Mahomes together, which is like kind of the ultimate floor ceiling. I agree. I am working on getting a sheet together so that I can do my own projections for people who subscribe over on the Patreon, and it's useful for the streams as well. But I think I'll have that up and rolling here fairly soon. All right. We can wait on Herbert. We can wait on Dak. We can wait on Love. We could take Sharbs. We could take Tootin. We could take ETN. We could take Shaheed. Yeah, let's take Bashel Tootin. Not going to capitulate to big ETN yet. This is the year Josh Jacobs will get hurt. I mean, man, Jordan Love is actually an insanely efficient quarterback for what he's been asked to do in the NFL. Jordan Love, 5.5% touchdown rate, 7.5 YPA, 60 touchdowns in his career to 11 interceptions. I think Jordan Love, if he did run into pass attempts, could actually be like, if you told me Jordan Love got 611 pass attempts, I would say there's a good chance that like Golden, Reed, Kraft, and Love are kind of like the story of the year in fantasy. No, I mean, yes, Matt LaFleur very conservative, right? You're making a pretty good point, which is that LaFleur is super conservative. He likes to run the ball. Should I try and push these quarterbacks? I think I might. I think I'm going to try and push these quarterbacks. We could take Javonte. We could take Blue. We could take Spears. We could take Njoku. Maybe I don't. What are we at? We're at pick 126. All right, we'll take Dak. Crazy quarterback falls here. So a Fields Dak quarterback room with James Cook, David Montgomery, Bashal Tutin, Neighbors, Ladd, Garrett Wilson, George Pickens, Jaden Reed, Emeka Egbuka. Yeah, Love, let's say Love doesn't immediately injure his knee this year. That could be an advantage. In 2023, they just couldn't run with A.J. Dillon. Yeah, that is true. That is true. And they fixed that with Jacobs. They tried to fix it a little bit with Marshawn Lloyd, and just didn't work. So we've got Ferguson and Mason Taylor live at tight end. We definitely need to add one more running back. This one is maybe fine with 7 wide receivers, or honestly, even 6. Honestly, maybe even 6, right? Neighbors, Ladd, Wilson, Pickens, Reed, Egbuka. Maybe we don't even need another one. I got more Malik Willis than I care to admit. In the Superflex puppy, brother? In the Superflex puppy or for real? Because if I think I mean I don't want to tell you that what you're doing is wrong, but I don't know if Malik Willis is that good of a pick in 18-round single quarterback drafts. Okay, super flex. I do like that. This is true. Everyone says the team is fine with 6 wide receivers, but always takes a 7th. Speaking of the Packers, yes. GM, have we discussed the breaking news that Bo Melton is practicing at corner? Yes. The new Travis Hunter. Let's go. Let's pull this up. This is very funny stuff. The Packers' solution at cornerback is Bo Melton. He's out working with the cornerback group with Micah Robinson and Kalen King out today, and with the release of Jair, cornerback is very thin. Hard for me to see what this drill is. It looks like he's trying to defend a slant. I don't know. I don't know football enough to know what that drill is. I mean, God forbid, I'm just going to keep taking more Jaden Blue. But there you go. Bo Melton. Big play Bo. The IDP breaker. Bo Melton, Troy Brown. Who needs Jair Alexander when you have Bo Melton? Pat Surtain expressed interest in playing wide receiver. Put Wicks at corner. He's great at breaking up passes. Got him. Zapped his ass. So to be fair, AW, I don't think that's a dropped ball. I think that is him I think that is him doing the route correctly. I believe. I mean, I need a ball knower to tell me if this is true, but I believe it looks like he did that correctly. And breaking news: his brother is a cornerback for Arizona. Surely Bo can, if his bro can. Breaking news: this is true. Max Melton. Oh, wait. Got to copy paste. Max Melton is indeed a corner. Also went to Rutgers. Had 51 tackles last year. So it runs in the family. Exactly. Just you put Wicks at corner. I don't think I have that much Miles Sanders here. I should actually, I need to go update my exposures anyways. Expand, grab exposures. There we go. Miles Sanders, 2%, which honestly, like I probably do need to draft more Miles Sanders. I mean that for real. Oh, this is a slow draft. Bang. Perfect timing. Back in here for the fast draft. Sure. You know what? I'm brave enough. I will take Dalton Kincaid 20 spots after ADP. I don't like Dalton Kincaid, but I will take him there. Did not expect Jacob to be at 30% Miles Sanders. Me either, brother. Max Melton, a prospect famous for shutting down Marvin Harrison Jr. in college. Then we get to the NFL, and Max sucked, and every cornerback shut down Marvin Harrison Jr. Hey, man. Jacob's out here living his truth. Jacob did not take the same lesson that I did from getting crushed in best ball last year. Although I think his year was not as bad as mine because he wasn't as heavy on the Chiefs. Yes, Jacob is doing a great thing, which is that he is, if you think about it, what he's doing is so much better than what I'm doing because I still have lots of takes. I just don't have the ability to be like, you know what? I'm going to go to the mat with these takes. Like, I think that, I don't know, let's see, who's someone on this team? I don't think David Montgomery is a very good pick. I think James Cook is a terrible pick. Last year, the way I drafted last year, I would have 0% of James Cook. I think James Cook is really quite a bad pick in the 4th round. I think that, like, truth serum wise, I would rank James Cook in this group of guys, and maybe even honestly after Harvey. But it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with his contract or anything. I never really thought there was any chance that James Cook would hold out. I just think he's a bad pick. But because the running backs I thought were bad picks last year, turns out they were all the best picks. So it's pretty easy to get the old blade from running backs who can score a bunch of touchdowns. Been taking my and I am not even taking my medicine that much on Kamara, and I really should be. They want me to take Kyle Pitts, so I'm not doing that. Let's do another J.K. Dobbins. Gotta admit, I am buying into the Dobbins in Denver stuff. Is Daniel Jones a good last round pick if the Colts are out of playoff contention? Don't you think they would put Richardson out just if he's worth bringing back next year? My opinion is that it's just the Colts. My opinion is just that it's over. Like I do not personally foresee Anthony Richardson suiting up and playing for the Indianapolis Colts this year. Feels like the situation is just too far gone. Disagree on Monty. He's an RB2 with RB1 upside if Gibbs misses any time. Yeah, I mean, the issue is that his bands of outcomes are pretty limited, which I don't love. Like, even if Gibbs were to miss time, I don't think he could average. Like, could he average 20 points per game? I don't know. Maybe he could. Maybe he could. Maybe I'm just wrong about that. I'm probably going to skip. Maybe I'd take 3 tight ends here, but I'm going to skip on tight end again. And I'm actually going to give myself a chance to draft Daniel Jones. Is Leggett falling because he hurt his foot today? I'm assuming that's why Xavier Leggett is falling. Well, I guess I don't care that much about that in round 15. My boy, I am Roman Wilson over Calvin Austin by a lot. I thought Roman Wilson was a pretty good player at Michigan, and I am excited. I'm excited to see him, actually get on the field. New report from Stephen Holder, who is a Colts beat writer. With tryout players permitted in minicamps, the Colts have free agent quarterback Desmond Ridder participating this week. Is Calvin Austin okay? Break that down for me. What makes Calvin Austin an Aaron Rodgers receiver? Because I think I can kind of see it with Roman Wilson. Roman Wilson, sort of a Randall Cobb style guy. I don't see it as much with Calvin Austin, but not that it's impossible. Calvin Austin had 548 yards last year. I did not realize that. I guess he did play a lot. He had one big game, 4 for 95 and 1 against the Chargers. I don't really understand the playoff or fire the coach mentality the Colts fans have. It's obvious Steichen is a good coach. I get it. That's just kind of the nature of the business, brother. No, see, Garrett Wilson is not an Aaron Rodgers receiver because he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that insane attention to detail. And he's not so much like the guys who've done the best with Rodgers have been the guys who get the mind meld with him. And he just did not have that mind meld with Garrett Wilson at all. Yeah, I already did my Greyhound and I already did my Golden. I'm going to take Mason Taylor here. The Greyhound draft. Actually, if you really wanted to see what I did in the Greyhound draft, you can go watch it. You got to be a member of the channel, but there is a there you go. Can we win fantasy without any rookies? It's that'll be out on Saturday, but right now it's up for anyone who is members of the channel. As a Colts fan, I'm done with AR. Tank for Arch time. I saw a tweet yesterday. I have no idea if this is true, but I saw a tweet saying that Arch has not committed to even entering into the 2026 NFL draft and might even be waiting until the 2027. There you go. Positive reviews. The Gray Bush draft was very entertaining to watch. There you go. I don't think that's how that works, man. You can't call Liam. You can't call Liam a mush when all that dude wins. All right. What do we do here? Cook, Montgomery, Tootin, Blue. So we definitely need a sixth running back. Then what we have to decide is, do we want a third quarterback with Dak and Fields, or do we want a third tight end? And that one feels tight. You know what? Let's do a Sean Tucker. Sean Tucker, running back 3 on the Buccaneers. Rashad White ankle turn. Well, honestly, a lot of ways Sean Tucker can pay off. Help. Do I go 2 wide receivers in my last 2 picks? 1 wide receiver, 1 tight end. Freeze 3, 5, 6, 2. Probably two wide receivers, brother. Strange and Ingram is fine. Yeah, I'd go 2 wide receivers. They're well, really, JB, they're all Brashard Smith teams. If you squint close enough, they're all Brashard Smith teams. Now, I guess, who would our wide receiver be? So we got to take Dart or Juwan Johnson. Dart or Juwan Johnson. You know what? With Neighbors, I think no, we're gonna go Juwan Johnson. I think. This feels very close to me. Juwan Johnson probably doesn't add many points, but these tight ends are like legitimately bad. The Ben Sinnott bring back. Yeah, Trey. First off, it's very nice of you to mention that and to listen. But I am just gonna be with my in-laws. I just had a new baby niece, so I'm just gonna be hanging with my in-laws, my niece, my new baby niece, and my 2 nephews. But that is very kind of you to what do you, Trey? What do you got going on? All right, yeah, I am gonna take Juwan Johnson instead of Dart. I have a little bit more Dart, honestly, than intended. I don't think I have any Russell Wilson exposure. I'm all Dart. I don't think Russell Wilson is playing at the end of the season. Yes, we did, Samwise. We did the highlight clip of Bo Melton at cornerback. Final team: Justin Fields, Dak Prescott, James Cook, David Montgomery, Bashal Tutin, Jaden Blue, J.K. Dobbins, and Sean Tucker. Wide receivers: Malik Neighbors, Ladd McConkey, Garrett Wilson, George Pickens, Jaden Reed, Emeka Egbuka, Xavier Legat, Dalton Kincaid, Mason Taylor, and Juwan Johnson. Honestly, Peppertoni, probably the same. Probably same. All right, that was a good one. I feel like that was a pretty strong draft. I'm just gonna keep drafting these because we are, 87.7% full. So I'm gonna go ahead and ship another one of these 30-second per pick German Shepards around through the weekend. Yeah, what's your favorite restaurant in downtown Chicago, Trey? My favorite restaurant in that area, I guess it's not downtown, it's in Lincoln Park, is Ricardo's Trattoria. The absolute best. Me too, buddy. I also love to eat. Rhino, who do you think the New Orleans wide receiver 3 is? Brandon Cooks? No, I've not drafted any Brandon Cooks teams. We got through that first draft pretty quick, even though it was 30 seconds per pick. German Shepard draft number 2 starts 1.7. 5-minute. Wow, you are Lincoln, a Lincoln Park boy. You eat there, bro? It's the place is absolutely delicious. So good. I probably will take CMC here, Mr. Curl 99. Wow, we are in a piss boys room. Jefferson, Lamb. You see, CMC is my most drafted first rounder, and I'll do it again. There you go. Triple dog dared. Ah, yeah. I know I know Streeterville well. I personally love this style of tournament, Eric. This German Shepherd style. So 2 out of 10, 2 out of 12 to 124. And then the payout structure, super flat, 10% of first to 10th place. I love that. 124. So if you get to the final, you 10x your entry fee. No, you 20x your entry fee. I don't think Pacheco in the 50s, but I think Baxter, there's a good argument that instead of being with the Brian Robinson Jr., Aaron Jones group, that he probably should be more in the Pollard, like Montgomery grouping, I think. No real famous skate spots in St. Louis, actually. Mr. Koff. Yeah, we're gonna do Bowers. Bowers CMC, bro. That's a pretty slappy beginning. GM, Michael. Didn't I see that you didn't draft for like 2 weeks or something? You exited the streets? Sometimes you got to take a break. Man, really interesting room here. So Neighbors goes at 9. Early Ladd before London and AJ Brown. Then early McBride. Love that stuff. Ah, the Cayman Islands. That's what I'm talking about. Week 17 correlation with Nico. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, dude. But it's just interesting. Can I de-influence you from Bayshell Tootin? I could, and I could tell you that every time that a 4th round rookie running back ends up being that high, it ends up being disappointing. Actually, here I could de-influence you even easier. Let me run a little easier. I'll run a stat head filter of 4th round rookie running backs, and we can. This will actually be fun. There's going to be some great remember that guys on this list. So we'll do 2010 to 2025 statistical filter. We'll go rushing attempts. Let's go rushing attempts over 25. So it'll just be guys that we remember. Biographical filter, draft status, drafted round 4. And then I'll sort by fantasy points per game. Yeah, we'll take, sure. I'll do a little bit of Tyreek gambling here. McCaffrey, Tyreek, and Bowers. Not a bad start. Oh, wait, hold on. Show criteria, biographical filter, year of player's career, first year. No, Austin Hooper is not draftable to me. Etienne and Bigsby clearly over Tootin. I mean, now I actually think Bigsby is my most drafted player now. Buck really got into me. All right, PPR fantasy points. All right, from 2010 to 2025, these are the highest scoring 4th round rookie running backs. All right, we have got, I'll sort by total PPR points. So one season from 2010 to 2025, in first season, played running back. In regular season, player was drafted in round 4, requiring rush attempts over 25 rushing attempts. Oh, hold on. Let me pick real quick. Oh, a little DJ Moore slide there. Nah, not really. Not really at all. Okay. So best case is Bucky. Then you've got Damian Pierce, Roy Halou, Nyheim Hines, Michael Carter. Tariq Cohen had a good little run. Langford had a good little run. Chuba Hubbard didn't really have a run. He was kind of an accumulator. Ramondre had a run. Basically, you're looking at best case scenario. You're looking at a guy who gets a run. You're really unlikely. You're really unlikely to find a guy who just kind of takes over the backfield. Which is not to say that it's impossible, but you know, it doesn't feel great. A lot of failure on that list. So do what you'd like with that. Yeah, I think this is true. I think that JJ Zachariason is correct to have Tootin in the same tier as Harvey and Caleb, even with draft capital. He was an awesome prospect. He really was. I mean, I'm obviously talking out of both sides of my mouth here a little bit because I love to draft Bashal Tootin. All right, so we've got CMC, Tyreek, DJ Moore, and Bowers. You know what? Actually, I do not love Tyreek and Waddle together, so I'm going to take Addison here. Maybe that's wrong, but I do not love them together. The amount of times that those dudes have both gotten there in a game are quite thin. If only we had the same play caller that enabled Bucky. Yes, the pattern matching there is I think quite clear. Yeah, I mean maybe you'd want to do it every once in a while, drafting them together, but I don't think you would want to do it. I don't think you'd want to do it that often. Like if you're gonna draft, like let's say over the course of the summer, you were gonna draft 25 Tyreek teams, maybe on 3 of them you would want to have Waddle or something. Yeah, Addison suspension. Oh man, don't tell me. I'm such a Ty Felton boy. You can't tell me this. Yeah, super weak incumbents. I mean, I don't think ETN is any good. I do love taking Tootin and Tank together. You know what, Davis? Let's live a little. Let's do a little Travion Henderson. His ADP is like legitimately falling now. All right. McCaffrey, Henderson, Tyreek, DJ Moore, Jordan Addison, Brock Bowers. This seems like a little bit of a cook, actually. Well, generally speaking, in the ambiguous backfield, you kind of just want to take shots on all of them. It's kind of the way historically. Like obviously the cheapest ones are best. Well, the data would say the best one is probably Bigsby because he's cheapest. Favorite Mac Miller song. I mean, the slappy answer is Weekend. Probably depending on my mood, it would be one of the songs off Faces. Would be the answer. Maybe Uber off of Faces. or Insomniac. Those two back to back. It would definitely be one of those. Mike Jones, yes. Mac, I think the girl that you're speaking about. Yeah, the Mike Jones verse was great. Favorite death metal song? Don't know if I've got one. Oh, big news here. Davis, did you see the GNC 90th anniversary sale? Bum energy drinks, 90 cents all week. Now that is a good deal. Nick, do I have to go in the store or can I get that? Can I get that online? So I was almost going to take Jacoby Myers at the last pick, and he came all the way around to me here. Jacoby Myers at pick 79 to go with Brock Bowers. I think it's fine. I just took Sean Tucker on the last team. Yeah, I still like Sean Tucker. I mean, I don't love him. Man, the German Shepherd is 90% full. You can't give, let me tell you what, man, you can't give the slappies an inch or they'll take a mile. My first time getting Burrow with Chase or T in 17 attempts. It's pretty hard to push him around. All right, so we are looking at Christian McCaffrey, Travion Henderson, Tyreek Hill, DJ Moore, Jordan Addison, Jacoby Myers, and Brock Bowers through our first 7 picks. So we've got Tua, Caleb, McCarthy, and Geno set up. You could do Purdy with McCaffrey. You could do May with Henderson. Rush Hour. Rush Hour is very good. Yes. Romeo Dubs is too cheap. I think I disagree with that, but I'm not gonna push back too much. All right, I'm gonna value hound. Oh, Brandon Ayuk is my wide receiver 5 on this team because it doesn't matter if he misses the first month of the season. So we're chilling there. And right on cue. So refreshing to watch this draft. Just watch Pete draft Tyreek, Diggs, Ayuk, and Keenan on the same team. Well, I just took Tyreek and Ayuk on the same team. No Diggs, though, and I won't be taking Keenan either. Structurally, yeah, to me, 5 wide receivers before pick 100 still feels the comfiest. Hayden Winks is going to be on the channel on Thursday, and I'm going to pick his brain about like roster construction and the new article that he just put out. Dubs is my favorite chaperone in the teens. I think Thielen is my favorite chaperone in the teens. That could be honestly like being a Thielen slappy in 2025. I mean, maybe that's bad. You could tell me it's bad. Who else is like a really viable chaperone? Wandale. Honestly, Darius Slayton. Darius Slayton is a pretty good chaperone. Gonna need a 5-minute Rick Road section for that one. Not me anymore, brother. Not me anymore. Oh, Tony Pollard is, I mean, he's a bit expensive for a chaperone. Yeah, Wandale, Slayton, Dart with your final picks. Yeah, I'm not saying Dubs is bad. I just don't get excited to take him, as it were. I'm gonna try and push quarterback around again. Again, maybe a mistake. Crane and Jacob were just talking me into Scattaboo, so I'll try that. But I have a bunch of quarterbacks live, so I think it's fine to try and push it around the turn. DeAndre Hopkins is not a great chaperone for me, but you know, what do I know? Pop Douglas, Mr. Presser's Radio just commented for the first time in weeks in the Discord. reminding me that we bet Josh Downs versus Demario Douglas straight up. So that is very funny. I love a good Discord character. I love a good guy who will just pop in the Discord and everyone knows what he's about. And everyone knows what old Presser's Radio is about when he is going to pop in to the Discord channel. Yeah, Michael Wilson, I guess, is safe. I mean, maybe you would be slightly concerned that Michael Wilson could lose his routes to like Zay Jones or something over the course of the season. I mean, I guess that feels pretty unlikely. Is there anyone on the Cardinals roster who could possibly take Mike? Well, actually, I'll tell you what your concern is for Michael Wilson. He could lose his playing time to a tight end. He could lose routes to Tip Ryman because they could just play more 12. Well, Kyler says a lot of things, Mr. Manly Moose. All right, pushing the quarterback works. We get Caleb Williams after ADP with DJ Moore. I would encourage you guys a lot in this situation in round 9 when there's still this tier of wide receivers, when Luther Burden, Jaden Higgins, Trey Harris, even Igbuka, when all those guys are still on the clock in round 9, I would really encourage you to push that around. Do you have any regrets of saying you're not a loser? I don't think I ever said I was not a loser. I don't think I said that. I think I've been pretty clear on how I view myself as a loser or a non-loser. I think this thumbnail right here will make it very clear what I think of my own ability to be a loser or a non-loser. If you were not there in 2015, you did not remember the power of the dab. The dab was it was ubiquitous in 2015. Don't sleep on Elijah Higgins, Cardinals tight end too. Well, Elijah Higgins was drafted as a wide receiver, actually, which is very interesting, to the Miami Dolphins, and then they cut him. I never did the planking. Guerrero is the running back 47, I believe, 46 on Underdog Fantasy. He's fine. I like Guerrero. I think he's a good player. Yeah, definitely not very many people are doing the all German Shepard fast. All right, we could do Loveland. Yeah, let's do. Actually, you know what? Let's do. I'm super low on Tyler Warren. Let's do a Tyler Warren team. I've got a lot more Loveland than Warren. Jermaine Burton. I don't think people have been saying this. All right, where are we at? Caleb Williams, Christian McCaffrey, Travion Henderson, Cam Scattaboo. All week 14 buys. Was not really paying attention to that. Tyreek Hill, DJ Moore, Jordan Addison, Jacoby Myers, Brandon Ayuk, Brock Bowers, Tyler Warren. Well, the only reason I want to take Tyler Warren now is because I don't think Anthony Richardson is going to be the quarterback. I think that Daniel Jones is going to be the quarterback, and Daniel Jones, just for fantasy stuff, for Tyler Warren is better. So I disagree with this. Sam White said his BBM final team had Burton and Sinnott. Zeros aren't as bad as we think. Zeros are still really bad. just because it didn't, in that specific circumstance, didn't kill you. It's still pretty bad. You know what? Let's do a little Rashad White. 174 points last year. He was actually fine. Rashad White honestly was fine. Ray Davis rose, but he's gonna fall back down because the reason he was rising was a fake reason. Rashad White is the opposite of living a little. All right, so wait, did Geno just get picked? No. For a second, Geno was showing up in my sidekick stuff, which is kind of funny. Man, I'm gonna have to enter the rest of my German Shepherd slows. Been having to explain to my wife, former au pair, that now my fantasy gurus have started using the term in football language. That, Travis, is very funny. That is very funny. Passing on Besh, 10 picks past ADP. Who are you, Pete Overzet? Well, I didn't. Ooh. Oh, that is bad. Oh no. I gotta tweet it. Marker is saying there's no more slow drafts for the German Shepherd. Oh man, I'm gonna miss it. Oh. I need Hope to add more slows. I'm gonna tweet at her right now. At Hope Bishop. Can we get more German Shepherd slows? Yeah, if Hope says no, you guys are about to get a multi-table stream. If we do not get an answer to this, we are about to multi-table like crazy. Yeah, we are about to sidekick like crazy if we don't get it here. Let's do Tyler Algier. Sure, why not? Caleb Williams, Christian McCaffrey, Travion Henderson, Cam Scattaboo, Rashad White, Tyler Algier, Tyreek Hill, DJ Moore, Jordan Addison, Jacoby Myers, Brandon Ayuk, Brock Bowers, and Tyler Warren. And just need to not get snapped off on Geno. Trust me, Chris. You get to week 17 and you are going to accept whatever final you get. I'm about to become Gilbert Arenas. No, I'm good at multi-tabling. It's just not great TV, as it were. Not great content. No, I'm not auto drafting, and I don't want to do these quickly, but then I'm gonna ask Numi too. Man, we might just have to do it. Yeah, I don't feel good about Woody Marks. I think the Nick Chubb thing is really bad. Nick Chubb thing is really bad for Woody Marks, man. I'm sorry. I think Woody Marks is fried. And there we go. We get Geno Smith. Please tell me we're good on buys. We're good on buys. Absolutely chilling. Yeah, Woody Marks is toast. We're talking about the running back 3 for the Houston Texans. He was like not a good prospect, doesn't break any tackles, only plays passing downs. Yes, and as Brent states, Woody Marks is also really bad for Woody Marks. Yeah, I don't get me wrong. I'm not big on Nicholas Chubb either. I'm also not bad on. I'm also not huge on Mixon. I don't like that. I don't like that offensive line. Who knows what's the deal with this new offensive coordinator? But man, you know what? I'm very confident Chubb is the running back too. Yeah, I don't think. Well, because Marks has no chance to be the handcuff now. So there was the opportunity before. Wow, this is big. My man defended his thesis and is now officially Dr. Popofrap. Officially. Yes, not only was Marks taken 12 picks after Tootin. Not only was Marks taken 12 picks after Tootin, but they also traded a 3rd-round pick to get him. I don't know why they did that, but I don't think guys can be traded twice in the same league year. Speed. I believe that is actually a rule. I don't think you can do that. Man, you know what, guys? It actually might just be too close. I don't think they are going to add any more slows. So you know what? After this one gets done, we are about to go ham. Well, Marks got paid more, or Chubb got paid more than the minimum. He also got incentives, and Marks, I just like Marks is not very good. Really, that's really at the end of the day. If Marks was even, I don't know. If Marks was Bayshell Tootin, sure. But Marks is not. He's bad. Yes, there you go. Hayden famously set the big board ranks and had Woody Marks too high, but now he's saying, as a USC guy, he's not claiming Nyheim Marks, Woody Hines. They did trade next year's 3rd-round pick from. I don't know why they did that, but they did do that. Chubb is the Dalvin Cook Jets. Yes, honestly, good comparison. He is. All right, so after we finish this draft, there's not really a bear to take. There's not really a 49er to take. We need another running back. You know what? Steering into the skid. We're taking Miles Sanders. $6,700, brother. Count your blessings. What if a low-owned Matt Murphy is what you need to win the fantasy best ball contest in 2025? All right, checking in on the fill rate here. We are okay. Yep, we're gonna do it, guys. I'm just gonna. Hold on. I need to make these slow draft picks so it doesn't mess me up. So we'll go Genty in this one. I'm taking whoever is at the top here. I starred Roman Wilson for myself, so sure. I need to find the draft that I'm actively in, and then we are about to multi-table. So if you don't want to see multi-tabling, I guess you got to go to a different stream. Well, first off, they wouldn't be changing it for me. They would be changing it for everyone, because that is the way contests always work. They create a certain amount of fast drafts and a certain amount of slow drafts, and then they fill it and change it as needed. But I am about to fire up a bunch. So if that's not what you are about, okay. There's no rules against a player being traded twice in the same season. However, a team trades a player, they can't reacquire that player via trade for 2 years. Let's go. You know what? I'm going to take Daniel Jones. No, I'm not. Daniel Jones already went. Now I'm going to take Jackson Dart. A lot of Jackson Dart for your boy, I believe. So what? I have 6 German Shepherds to do. Honestly, I wish I could tell you that was hard for me, but my brain is so broken. Yes, there you go. As a USC guy, Hayden is claiming Dart because Dart is a real one. Okay, so this team is Caleb Williams, Geno Smith, Jackson Dart, Christian McCaffrey, Travion Henderson, Cam Scatterbu, Rashad White, Tyler Algier, Miles Sanders, Tyreek Hill, DJ Moore, Jordan Addison, Jacoby Myers, Brandon Ayuk, Wan'Dale Robinson, Brock Bowers, and Tyler Warren. I like Isaac Tesla here. I like Dante Thornton just fine. Amari Cooper is a fine round 18 pick. Not a great one, but fine. Could do Valdez Scantling. Could do... There's like a rate. There's probably I should take a Raider here. Or a... No. And these guys are all useless. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Sure, we could take Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt on this team. All right, Timothy wants me to take Trey. Actually, I'm going to take Dante Thornton instead of Trey Tucker. Hayden in the chat getting paid to watch Davis. I'm at the office blowing up my job to watch Davis. We are not the same. All right, Dante Thornton added to this team. Super Dyson Dart stack. Okay. We are now about to enter into 6 German Shepherd drafts. Let me make the timestamp so anyone who wants to tune out can. Multi-tabling final 6 German Shepherd drafts. Done. Bang. All right. Make my pick in this. Genty and London. And I guess I'll just open up them in a new tab. It's time to lock in. A Commander's insider just said Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt just showed his speed off on an outside zone run. He took the house for 60 yards. I mean, we do know Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt's fast. He does have this going for him. Go to draft. All right, so every time a new one opens, I just need to open a new one in this tab. Okay, that's the one I have out of the 101. All right, Dan's in. Fantasy Football Garage is in. Benny is in. So we are shipping it as a team here. All right, that 101. Oh, these are both 101s. Okay, that's going to be confusing. All right, so we've got Chase in this one. And now we've got Chase in this one. I need to open up another tab. So I'll need to have 6 tabs open. You know what? Paul has been on the TakeCast, Zeus, but it's been a while. But Paul has been on, Mr. Paul Sporer has been on the TakeCast before. Chicken Noodle Town / Alex Faded is in. Joey B is in. Stanko is in. My boys. Drafts active. This one starts in... Wow, another 101. They just keep giving me 101s, fellas. I mean, that's crazy. That is 3 101s. Conspiracy, dude? Is this a conspiracy? I just got 3 straight Jamar Chase 101 teams. Very high on Roshan. I believe Roshan is close to my most drafted player. Oh my God, dude. Insider 101s. I'm getting paid. Hayden, you know what? Hayden was watching the stream. He must have said, ship it. All right. Jamar Chase. Done. Bang. All right. This one we are pick 3. Barkley. Go to draft. Done. Drafts. Active. I think I was in another one. Yes. Okay, here we go. I'm up in this one. We're going to take Genty. All right. Let's see. Did I miss any of those? I'm in. 13 seconds left in this one. I think that's all of them. St. Brown. All right. I think that's all of them. That's 6. All right. Amon-Ra St. Brown. And you know what? Let's do AJ Brown on this one. 1 pick away on this one. 14 picks away. Okay. 1 pick away on this one. No, gotta talk, brother. This is an interactive stream. Genty and Nico would be crazy, but this dude's about to take Nico. All right, Genty and how about Genty and A-Chain? It's got to be a pretty unique pairing. 11 picks away, 15 picks away, 8 picks away, 4 picks away. All right. Well, this is not how I thought this day was going to go. I did not think that I was going to have to multi-table these, but now the German Shepherd is 93% full. But I have max entered it. There you go. Multi-table yourself. Nick Chubb is the Pats Zeke. All right. Yeah, Roshan does have to survive Dobbins still. Oh, come on, man. The thing is the top bar is not going to track on these. So, all right, here we go. On the clock, Jamar Chase, Trey McBride, and let's do, you know what? I've got like no Josh Jacobs. Let's do Jacobs. So Jacobs, Chase, McBride. This one's 4 picks away. This one's 8 picks away, 5 picks away, 12 picks away. Easy. Zeke was a good receiver on the Patriots. That is that is true. You are not incorrect about that, Murphy. Big games a bit much, but he did have some solid games. It's actually easier if I do it on this view, because then when I pull it up, I can see how far away I am from each pick. We're up in 1 right here. I took Jacobs and McBride. I'm on the clock with Barkley and T. Barkley and T, that works. I'm going to be up right here. My boys are auto drafting out here. All right, we are going to do, let's do Garrett Wilson. And did Rushy Rice go? He did. Garrett Wilson and Chase Brown. Let's go double Bengals. We're up over here. 3rd round Trey McBride. Easy peasy stuff. We're about up here. It's nice picking on the turn when you are multi-tabling, actually. All right, so we picked there. We're about to be up here. Rodgers will be like a 15th round pick or something. I don't think. I mean, Rodgers is like a totally fine pick. They just he just plays so slow, right? That is Rodgers' deal. He just goes super slow. All right, we are up. Let's do T. You know what? Let's try and do. Did Rashee Rice go? Man, you just can't get Rashee Rice anywhere. All right, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do stack. Marvin Harrison Jr. Done. Bang, 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 bang. All right, we're about up right here over on the right corner. Genty A-Chain. You know what? We're gonna do a hero running back build here. 3 running back build. Yeah, Rodgers hates motion. All right. St. Brown, AJ Brown, and Brees. Easy. A lot of clicking that I'm doing here. Far away, way far away. Picking on the turn obviously makes this a lot easier. All right, we are up. And let's do you know what? Let's do a Jaden Daniels. Let's do something a little bit different. Do a Jaden Daniels. A double elite quarterback here from my boy at the turn. About to be up here. And this is where we're going to take our first wide receiver. We're going to take Tet McMillan. Rabona King said I just joined. What's going on here? What's going on here is the German Shepard is about to end. It just filled on Underdog Fantasy. And as a result, I had to enter all the contests at once because it's going to fill here in about, I don't know, probably an hour. And so we are doing all of our picks in these contests at once. Because if not, I was not going to be able to max enter the tournament. And if I don't max enter this tournament, it just means that I don't want it badly enough. And if you don't want it bad enough, you've got no one but to blame but yourself when you don't win. If I was to enter with a total bank of $50, what should I enter? You should enter into the Golden, which is a $10 single entry tournament. And then I would say either this tournament, the German Shepherd, which is about full, or you should enter the mini Schnauzer or the Schnauzer 2. Also, if you're not on Underdog, please use promo code Davis. All right, we're up. This is a podium pick for Travis Hunter. That was sick right there. Far away, far away, far away. Chilling. I would not do that if I was oh yeah, I mean, also another thing is you get a deposit bonus if you use promo code Davis on Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Trey, if you deposit using code Davis, you get a 100% deposit bonus match up to $1,000 US. So instead of $50, you have $100 to enter. Feel like that is easy pickings. I think I'm on the clock in one of these and I just missed it somewhere. No, we're chilling. But yeah, in general, if you are doing low stakes, in low stakes contests, I would say, or if you just don't have let's say you had $100 or $250 or $500 over the course of the summer. I would encourage you to just wait for them to do single entry contests. Those are going to be the best bang for your buck for sure. All right, on the clock at the turn here. Let's do. Damn it! There you go. I missed some picks. That is so annoying. Okay. How did that happen? I guess I just didn't get the noti. Go to draft. Hampton, and let's do Sutton. None of that was intentional at all. There we go. Let's do Kittle. That was very weird. I got put on autopilot. Very bizarre. I'm trying to figure this out, and I can't figure it out. Oh, it's showing me a different room that I'm on autopilot in. There we go. That's why. Okay, that is why that was so confusing. It was showing me I was on autopilot on a different tab. That's why. It was showing me, so it shows you, it displays on your screen, but it shows you Pickens, Kittle. Okay, these are all different. It shows you that you're on autopilot somewhere. So I actually only missed one pick. This Amarian Hampton pick was an auto. Amarian Hampton, Cortland Sutton, Amarian Hampton, Devonta Smith. Here we go. We're on the clock here. I need a wide receiver. Let's do Olave. I'm on the clock here. We need a wide receiver, and let's do Rome. Oh, I should have taken Debo there. Here we go. And I need to be on the clock here. Let's take... Oh, no, Golden. I'm trying to get more Golden. Is that everything? Pickens, Golden. I think that's right. I think I got them all back. Okay. I just wanted on the record, I only missed one pick. Only missed one pick. Today's drafts, I mean, my boy, they're doing okay. But basically right now we are floating in the wind. All right, so I went Addison, Rome. I went Rome, Olave. I went Pickens, Golden. This one is at the turn. This one is at the turn. This one is at the turn. And we're close to picking here. My boy Henny Penny is also multi-tabling in many such cases. All right. We could probably use a running back at this point, so let's take Pollard. Be really interesting to see if I get any stacks with these, or am I going to be totally lost? There's a chance I'll be totally lost. It's weird doing the mass multiing with turn picks. Of course, I don't get Burrow here. My boy Henny Penny did it. He's the one who stole Burrow from me. All right, definitely taking Golden, and definitely taking. Actually, let's just do double Packers. Let's do Golden and Reed there. Not up there. Not up there. Not up there. Not up there. And not up there. I can't multi on my phone at work here. Have to set it down. I'm in and stare at the monitor. True. Four at one time. Well, Dan, what if Burrow 11 spots after ADP is what you need? I really only name them in Best Ball Mania. And I really only name them when a guest comes on the stream, honestly. Burrow's still available on this one. Burrow's also still available on this one, so let's see. Maybe we get it, maybe we don't. We probably won't, but we might. Well, the reason why Joe Burrow falls is there's just no reason. There's no reason to select Joe Burrow without Chase or Higgins, in my opinion. Ron is in one of them. Well, Ron, I'm doing 6 at one time right now. So if I make any really bad picks, it's not my fault. It's Hope and Numi's fault for not adding any more. Oh, Burrow at 61. Dagger. All right, Caleb Johnson, and yeah, we'll take the ADP value with Debo. I don't love it, but whatever. Sidekick's gonna have to help me with these quarterbacks because I am a little bit lost, probably. All right, about to pick here and about to pick there. We're doing great, brother. We are doing great, Julian. We are trying to wrap up our German Shepherds right now. All right, we are on the clock. We need a wide receiver. Happy to take Brandon Ayuk. We are on the clock. We need a running back. And I'm happy to take Isaiah Pacheco. Dobbins news is official. Well, I moved Dobbins up a ton in my rankings, so I think that is fine. We will cover the Dobbins stuff a little bit more in depth as soon as I finish these picks. But I am not at all surprised. Don't really want to take Brian Robinson Jr. Don't need a quarterback. Yeah, let's do a little Josh Downs as a treat. No quarterback. We could probably wait on a quarterback. All right, we're up right here. Let's take Kyler. We're up at the turn here. Let's take Caleb Johnson. And let's take Jaden Reed. 19 seconds on the clock here. We need a wide receiver. Let's take someone I never take. Let's take Michael Pittman Jr. Did I already take Downs on this one? No. Okay. Michael Pittman Jr. a little bit ahead of ADP. Save the quarterbacks for pick 106. We are about up on the clock here after taking Kyler with McBride and Higgins. A 1-2-4-1. Let's do a Scattaboo. Crane and Jacob were talking up Scattaboo. Sure. 1 year, 5.5 for Dobbins. That's a lot of money. That is more money than I thought J.K. Dobbins was going to get. That is I don't know about you guys. That is a lot more money than I thought J.K. Dobbins was going to get. Yeah, Yahoo let Dalton Del Don and Andy Behrens go. I didn't see that. I did not see that they started immediately posting AI slop articles, but that is not surprising. Many companies are going to think that they can get away with posting AI slop articles, frankly. All right, we're about up on the turn here. We're about up on the turn here. Okay, I thought maybe I passed on Joe Burrow on one of these, but I didn't. I got sniped. Got sniped on Joe Burrow. Chubb got $2.5 million with up to $5 million in incentives. Let's do. You know what? I'm about to zig, boys. I'm gonna take Mahomes and I'm gonna take Kelsey. They're never gonna see it coming. They're never gonna see that combination coming on the left side of the board. They're sick. They can't believe I just got away with it. How often do you see that on the left side of the board? The answer is you don't. Probably because it's not very good. But 96, 97, Mahomes, Kelsey. I mean, look, man. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I use AI. I use ChatGPT in my workflow. I use it to help with thumbnails. I use it to help with organization. But AI slop in terms of writing, AI is a terrible writer, in my opinion. I think ChatGPT can't write worth fuck. So that seems like the sort of job that should not be replaced by large language learning models, but what do I know? Man, let me tell you, though, I will never take Audric Estime again. All right, we are about... Oh, man, I'm going to have to make some... I'm going to have to be making some quick picks here because I'm about up here and I'm about up on the... Oh, shit. All right. On the turn, let's do Bo Nix. Oh, because I'm going to take Dobbins in this draft. Let's do Bo Nix. And let's do Jordan Mason. And I'm up right here. Let's take... No, let's do Kyle Williams. Kyle Williams. I want Kyle Williams. Kyle Williams. 11 seconds left. I need a tight end. Let's take Evan Ingram. 21 seconds left. Let's take Tracy. I just felt my watch vibrate, so I'm around one of these somewhere. Here we go. Do I need a wide receiver? Yeah, let's take Caleb Williams and get our stack done. Please tell me they have different bye weeks. They do have different bye weeks. Up in one, not up there, not up here, not up here. Up here. Do we do Drake May? Yeah, let's do Drake May. Rashid Shaheed. Man, I need a quarterback. This is going to be a 3-quarterback team. So we'll take Shaheed to open up Shuck. All right. Clean there. Clean there. Clean there. Clean there. Clean there. Clean there. Okay. Yeah, sadly, Audric Estime is unclickable. This feels like a totally fine way to use ChatGPT. Feels totally fine to use ChatGPT to assist drafting, like whatever. But it's just ChatGPT is just such a bad writer, in my opinion. I don't know, it's just me. But yeah, if you're doing like data entry or coding or whatever, I mean, that's basically what it's for. All right, on the turn again. We do not have a quarterback yet. Let's try and push it. Let's try and push it. Let's do Jaden Higgins. Is there any reason? Yeah, I should probably take a running back here. No, let's take Jaden Higgins and let's take Luther Burden. I don't know if that made any sense. That actually might have been terrible. I was not thinking that deeply about what I just did right there. Kyle Monangai season, dude. Okay, probably that was actually terrible because I had Fields, I had Dak, I had Love live. So I probably did not need to take Luther Burden there. Well, look, man, you can't win them all. You can't win them all drafting. 4 at a time. $5.5 million for J.K. Dobbins, huh? $5.5 million for Jake. That's more millions than I would have paid J.K. Dobbins if I had just taken R.J. Harvey in the second round. But, you know, what can you do? What am I looking at for quarterbacks on this team? So I have Shuck, I have Daniel Jones, I have Purdy, who's gone, I have Bryce Young. I kind of messed up this team. So this one's not looking great. Not my best. Hey man, I guess they can't all be your best, right? If they were all your best. Honestly, I think Dobbins probably ends up right about where I have him ranked. I moved Dobbins up into the 140s. I don't, B-Spurf, have any Thunder's futures. I am just happy to watch my favorite basketball team play incredible basketball. All right. I can do it. All right. We'll do Charbonnet. It's running back 3. I've got Mahomes. So let's just take Hollywood. Not up there. Not up there. Not up there. About to be up there. About to be up there. Why Roshan Johnson is the best pick on the board. Tomorrow's title. I don't even know when I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I have a stream tomorrow at 10 a.m. on the Endgame Syndicate. That's the only thing that I have set up. All right, I need a quarterback. I need a quarterback or a running back. Let's do Spears, and that can maybe set up Cam Ward. This is gonna for sure be a 3 quarterback team. You get yourself in some weird builds drafting all these. All right, sure. We'll take Hollywood, top of the queue. Up here on the turn with a Bo Nix team. Is Marvin Mims gone? All right, we'll take Sharbs there. And we'll take, do I have another quarterback up? No, I'm kind of screwed at quarterback. We'll take Tyler Warren and set up Daniel Jones. Sure, Tucker Kraft. Jaden Blue. No, let's do Bigsby. Bigsby over Blue on that one. Man, need a quarterback. Need something. Oh, dude, what do I do here? I'm lost. All right, Trevor Lawrence. We'll try and backstack him. Jaguars. I gotta do the star method here. Bigsby, Strange, Diami, or else I'll forget. All right. Not on the clock there. Not on the clock there. On the clock here. Bigsby showing up as the top option. Kyler May. Yeah, let's do Bigsby. Bigsby done. Not on the clock there. Not on the clock. That's a lot of Bigsby picks in a row. Yes, correct. I will be on with Mr. Neil tomorrow at 3 Eastern time. So I guess tomorrow I'll probably stream at noon. So it'll be 10 a.m. on the Endgame channel. 10 a.m. on the Endgame channel. So I'll probably stream at noon tomorrow. Probably at noon. Okay. Who is the teammate that this is? Okay, all right. Dak. Bang. Did Jordan Love already go? Jordan Love did already go. Houston, yeah, I'll take Stroud. No, you know what? I'm going to keep pushing it. I'm going to take a running back. I'm going to take ETN. Sometimes you just get boxed out at quarterback. Sometimes that's just the way she goes. Bigsby. Bang. Yeah, make sure that you guys subscribe to the Flannelverse. You can see me there tomorrow. And thank you for reminding me, Neil. It was on my calendar, but I did... Oh, I mean, also, I am drafting 6 fantasy football teams at a time right now. So I think it's fine for me to not remember that. Let's do... You know what? Let's change the view. Change the view up. Let's do the full screen. It's probably better for this style of content. I moved Dobbins up a ton already, Kramer. So I moved Dobbins up to 150. If ADP drifts that hard against me, I'm willing to adjust more. But I wanted to preemptively move him because I didn't know. I thought there was a very strong chance that signing meant that he was, in fact, going to be a Denver Bronco. I'm about to take Dobbins on all these teams. So if you're with me, you better be careful. Bang. Grant is stressing, bro. I'm not stressing. I think we're chilling right now, honestly. All right, so this is about to be a Jordan Love pick. All right, Jordan Love, then Hoopst. Jordan Love. Do we need a running back? Yeah, dude, we're taking J.K. Dobbins as the bring back. Dude, we're taking J.K. Dobbins as the bring back way ahead of ADP. Don't you know he just signed for $5 million, dude? He just signed for $5 million, dude. That's crazy. Gonna have these big J.K. Dobbins bags. Neil, you're doing 20 of these? Neil said, no one's going to work harder. All right. This team desperately needs a tight end, but there are no good tight ends available. So that's a tough scene. Looks like I have Brenton Strange start on this one. All right. Oh, no, the sidekick is in my way. Oh. Brenton Strange. Oh, I got to move the sidekick, bro. Stroud. I don't even know why I wanted Stroud right there. Jalen Knoll, sure. Let's do the stack. That was totally unintentional. Probably not going to take Jalen Knoll here. Let's take Adam Thielen. Don't even know what I have on this team, but it feels like it could probably use a chaperone. Oh, it's because I changed I changed the zoom. There we go. That's fixed now. Is Dobbins already gone? I need a tight end. Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz or Jaden Daniels. Perfect. That worked out. Bryce Young. Happy to take Bryce Young. And then I can take De'Ami Brown with my next pick. Okay. This team needs a running back. We'll take Jalen Wright. And I think all is now right with the world. I think I got through all those picks. Just need to move my window out of the way. Fixed it. Beautiful. 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 Didn't get J.K. Dobbins on all the teams I wanted to get him on, though. Wanted to get J.K. Dobbins on all these. That was not a bug. That right there was not a bug in the sidekick. That was just I just set my zoom incorrectly. Dude, it's the Octobox. Dude, did you see the stream where Davis was drafting all these dog shit teams at once? Dude just drafted 6 teams that didn't advance in the German Shepard all at the same time. Honestly, it's less stressful to do this when I'm walking my dog. It's like the easiest way to do it when I'm walking my dog. We're just chilling, getting sun, living the dream. Sometimes I ask her, yeah, I mean it is because I have to talk. You know, I just lean over, I just ask the dog, we're walking, I'm like, hey Murphy, do you want me to take J.K. Dobbins or Jaden Blue here? And she's like, I don't care, man. Do whatever you want. And I'm like, all right, I guess I will. This Murphy votes J.K. The Jalen Knoll pick was pretty bad. That was a panic pick. There you go. 163 in this one. I took him at 145. Okay, we've got... What quarterbacks do we have live left on this one? All right, we're kind of screwed at quarterback on this one. So I guess I need to take a pass catcher that is set up to get a later quarterback. So we'll take Leggett, and we'll take... You know what? Dude, I'm taking J.K. Dobbins, dude. Set up. I need to remember to star Bryce. Star. All right, there we go. Half my teams that advanced last year I drafted in the car don't draft and drive. Well, David Kitchen would tell you drafting and driving is fine. My dude Michael is banging out his 10K steps and multi-tabling. All right, GG. Honestly, what a painless exercise. Just Hope didn't want to add. Oh shit. Need a wide receiver. All right, we'll take Pat Bryant, and we'll take DJ Giddens, and then this is gonna be a Dontavian Wicks-ass team for sure. All right, about to be up there. Beautiful. Well, yes, the market has had no time to react for J.K. Dobbins, but they will. Where will Michael Leone and Establish the Run have him projected? That is the question. Because if Michael Leone decides it's time to jam Dobbins, thoughts on stacking divisions for increased correlation? I mean, obviously you can do it, but it's not something that I actively think a ton about. I'm going to take DJ Giddens again. And then with my next pick, I'm going to select De'Ami Brown, way ahead of ADP. We're up. We have Kyler Murray, Patriots. Oh, shit. Blake Corum. Sure. We're up over here on the turn. We're going to take Brenton Strange for some week 17 correlation that I saw. This team has Stroud. You know what? We're going to take another old guy. I'm going to take Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb with Stroud. Can't think of two players that are probably more negatively correlated. Good job, Davis. By the top on the old running back whose knees don't work. Mason Taylor. Sure. Mason Taylor. I don't even know why Sidekick said Mason Taylor was good there. Running back. Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams. Do I have another Dallas running back? No. I'll take Miles Sanders. This is really trust your ranking stuff. Oh, De'Ami. Got to take De'Ami. I almost took Shuck, but had to take De'Ami. Sure. All right. Dude. Oh shit. Almost missed the pick. Wide receiver. Well, we're about to take about to set the min pick on Kayshon Boutte. 100 points for Kayshon Boutte last year. Oh, 195. That's not bad. That's fine. Some of these drafts are going much quicker than the others because we're almost done with one of these. Well, Walter, I don't know if you mean that in a good or a bad way, but it is what it is. First dynasty draft ever. Quarterback, Superflex, PPR. It's my pick at 10 rounds. I only have one running back. None of those guys seem like good dynasty options to me. So I don't know, man. Lot of ways to attack dynasty fantasy football. I would, I mean, if you're trying to win this year, I would take James Conner of that group. And if you're trying to win later, I would probably take Tootin if you're doing productive struggle year one. So what? I guess I got auto drafted one pick in this draft. In all 6 of these drafts, I got auto picked once. That's pretty good, right? If you draft and drive, you're 50% more likely to drive to the bar rather than home when forced to draft Danny Dimes. Valid. One of these teams, I don't even remember which one. One of these teams, I was going to take Daniel Jones, but now I forget which one it was. Many such cases. Should have put him in the queue. That's what the star method is for, and I didn't star method myself. All right, here we go. Final 2 picks. Well, boy, did I screw this one up. Sure. Let's go You know what? I'm taking Aaron Rodgers. Is this final 2 picks in this one? No. Oh my God. Bro just set the min freaking pick. Oh, what an idiot, Davis. God, you're stupid. All right, there's a min pick. Bro just took Aaron Rodgers in the 14th round. God, what did I just do? I just took Aaron Rodgers in what? I just took Aaron Rodgers in the 14th round. Oh, man. Brutal stuff there. Sorry, libs. I don't know. I just panicked. I didn't not do the mental math right of my positional allocations, and I said, gotta take. So I guess what? Is Freiermuth gone in this one? Yeah, Freiermuth is gone. Pat. Can I still take him? Pat. No, he's gone. All right, 16, 17. Wicks for sure. Wicks, and then we'll do Rashard Smith here with Mahomes. Okay. Tough scenes. I also took him 1 pick ahead of the DK Warren Pat Freiermuth drafter. Apologies. Sincerely apologize. Oh, all right. We need a running back. We will do Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. Teammates with Jaden Daniels. And now we will take Daniel. Can't take Daniel Jones. So we're going to take Tyler Shuck. And with the final pick in this draft, I'm going to take another tight end. No, I'm not. I'm going to take a wide receiver, and I'm going to take Isaac Tesla. Need a wide receiver. Roman Wilson. Sure. Oh, man. We're almost cooked here. DJ Giddens. Please tell me Giddens is good there. Giddens is fine there. And now I'm going to take Daniel Jones. And then we'll take a Colts pass catcher maybe later, maybe A.D. Mitchell. Completed. 1 more pick here. And completed. Now I can take Robert Woods. Saw Hayden compare Dobbins to Najee. Well, yeah, but Dobbins is just a smidgen more efficient. All right, we have a 3-5-7-2 with Genti and A-Chain, so probably leaning wide receiver here. You know what? No, let's just take a running back. Let's take Blake Corum. I was talking about Blake Corum on Ship Chasing this morning, and I believe what I said about Blake Corum. God, the Rodgers pick. That is so bad. I think in the sense that like they're just used to get 4.6 yards per carry and soak up a bunch of volume. Dude took Darnell Washington and the German Shepard. Yeah, the Roman Wilson backstack salt and wound for Stanko. Honestly, I don't even know. What is Najee Harris's career yards per carry? How bad is it actually? Is it actually 3.9? That's so bad. All right, it'll be fun to review these teams and see if any of them are any good. His best season was 4.1. Okay, yeah, obviously Dobbins is much better. I mean, I'm not saying that, but there just got sniped on Miles Sanders. I've been shot. It's so funny the pacing of these that are so different. Catch you later, man. Have a great day. Make sure you like the video before you leave, Michael. And go lay down. Okay, AD Mitchell's already gone in this one. Nick, Stroud, Jones, Hampton, Caleb Johnson, Jordan Mason, Zach Charbonnet, Nick Chubb, DJ Giddens, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Marvin Harrison, Cortland Sutton, Deebo Samuel, Jalen Noel, Tyler Warren, Brenton Strange. Good team to take Troy Franklin, actually. Troy Franklin. Okay. Need a tight end. God, this is bad. Okay, let's do Dart and Theo Johnson. Man, we are and they both have week 14 buys, so I'm taking a third tight end. Classic. I am going to take Troy Franklin on this team. One final pick here. Mahomes, Love, Jacobs, Hampton, Sharbs, Dobbins, Giddens, Rashard Smith, Jamar Chase, Devonta Smith, Matthew Golden, Jaden Reed, Hollywood Brown, Pat Bryant. Sure. Jalen Royals. Why not? Live a little. Honestly, I don't, Grant. Brevin Spanford he played at the University of Minnesota. He's like a blocking tight end. I think God, what team is he on? Oh, he's on the Cowboys. Brevin Spanford is on the Cowboys. Yeah, there's only 9. There's only 9 royalty-free songs that I can use on StreamYard. All right, let's see if these are any good. Well, keep in mind, Charlie, these are my rankings. I don't think you can use songs with expired copyright. I honestly have no idea where Keenan is going to sign. All right, let's see if any of these teams are any good. Okay, let's refresh. Oh, nope, didn't mean to do that. Oh, there's no way I'm going to be able to find these. Okay. First team, Patrick Mahomes, Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs, Amarian Hampton, Zach Charbonnet, J.K. Dobbins, DJ Giddens, Rashard Smith, Jamar Chase, Devonta Smith, Matthew Golden, Jaden Reed, Hollywood Brown, Pat Bryant, Dontavian Wicks, Trey McBride, Travis Kelce. That one feels pretty good. Like the running backs, quarterbacks. That one, McBride and Kelce, is kind of fun. Don't feel like I gave up that much at wide receiver. Obviously, the wide receivers are weakest. Oh, this one is still going. Okay. Kyler Murray, Drake May, Saquon Barkley, Tony Pollard, Cam Scatterboot, Tank Bigsby, Jalen Wright, Blake Corum, T. Higgins, Travis Hunter, George Pickens, Matthew Golden, Kyle Williams, Adam Thielen, Kayshon Boutte, Roman Wilson, with Trey McBride and Tucker Kraft. Again, that one feels pretty strong. Not a huge issue. Trevor Lawrence, Bryce Young, Tyler Shuck. I'm worried about your quarterbacks. Ashton Genty, Devin Achane, Kyron Williams. Oh, I shouldn't have taken so many running backs on this team. I didn't realize I did the hyper fragile thing or the superhero thing. Spears, Giddens, Corum, Tet, Rome, Olave, Ayuk, Pittman, Shaheed, Diami, Evan Ingram, Brenton Strange. Worried about the wide receivers there. How many picks? Jesus, this one's crawling. Okay, and then this team is Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, Breece Hall, Isaiah Pacheco, Tyrone Tracy, Tank Bixby, Miles Sanders, Ja'Cory Crosby-Merritt. It's kind of a fun, slappy running back room. St. Brown, A.J. Brown, Jordan Addison, Rome Odunze, Josh Downs, Hollywood Brown, Jalen Knoll, Isaac Tesla, Zach Ertz, and Mason Taylor. So very weak onesie positions there. All in all, pretty good. Honestly, like, are those teams perfect? No, those teams are not perfect. They all have issues. But would I rather have those teams EV than have not max enter the contest? Absolutely. I have to take another tight end because I messed up the bye weeks. So let's take Tyler Higbee. Final team. This is the one I messed up. Dak, Rodgers, Dart, Chase Brown, Caleb Johnson. Oh, I did get Caleb Johnson and Rodgers together. ETN, Dobbins, Jalen Wright, Jamar Chase, Garrett Wilson, George Pickens, Jaden Reed, Jaden Higgins, Luther Burden, Xavier Leggett, George Kittle, Theo Johnson, Tyler Higbee. Yeah, you don't really lose. You do not really lose much. So there you go. What do you lose? I don't know, guys. What do you think? Was that a worthwhile experience? Or any of those teams any good? I think the Sidekick doesn't recommend a tight end there because of literally exactly what Manly Moose just said, which is it's just not that big of a deal. Just not that big of a deal if you don't have a tight end there. Well, to me, honestly, a worthwhile exercise. It's kind of fun to do those every once in a while. All those stream drafts. I wonder, is it closed yet? Schnauzer 2, good. German Shepherd will be done here any minute. The Golden. All right. Well, there we go. Good stuff today, boys. I'll be back with all of you guys tomorrow. Remember to check out the Endgame Syndicate stream for the US Open. Remember to check me out on the Flannelverse. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you're subscribed for daily fantasy football videos and